What's going on, everyone? Bit of a product review today, I guess. Something I picked up to alleviate an issue I was having. So the item we're reviewing today is the Deepcool GH-01 A-RGB. This is a GPU support bracket. I was having some sag issue. It's an issue that no one really likes. If left untreated, it can get a lot worse. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe this will help. It looks kind of cool. I didn't see too many videos on people plug it in and show you what the lights look like and stuff. But I'm doing a video for a guy like me or you who are probably like, you know what? I actually want to hear about this. It was like $30, so it's not the most expensive. It's also not the cheapest. We're gonna go over what it looks like. I don't have it plugged in with the RGB and stuff. My computer right now is like kind of away from where it would normally be, so there's no power right now. But we're gonna go over off the bat. You take a look at the box. So it's got the Asus Aura Sync Gigabyte, has their own proprietary. There's an MSI proprietary, and then ASRock. So it's pretty much compatible with all major brands of motherboard if you want to run the RGB. So out of the box, the little goodies. There's the extension for it. If you have like a really tall case and your GPU is a million miles away. We have then all the cables that come with it. So they're 3-prong, and I don't necessarily know why we get 2, but it's a 3-prong, not a 4 for the RGB. So I guess keep that in mind. So it's like a 5-volt rather than 12 or something like that. I don't even know like why. There's not just one variation at this point. It should kind of be standard, but whatever. Make sure it fits your board and you can work with it. This one beef I have. The base is like not as small, not as ideal as I'd like it. Like from like the side profile, it's pretty, like, it's hefty. Like this isn't like super small. You know what I mean? Like the pictures make it look a lot thinner. I thought it was gonna be like, about there. Like I thought it was gonna be like, that's not a good representation. It almost looks like it like tapers a bit here, some Photoshop trickery. This is pretty wide, and the base, it's not small either. It's not the nicest, like most appealing thing to look at. And I'll bring you into like all the beef I really have with it. So this is what it looks like, and I'm just gonna show you this before I get into like the nitty gritty of this is what it's made with, blah blah blah. This is where the screws are. It ruins a lot of like the sight lines, if you ask me. Like now I just have this great big friggin' black rectangle jetting out the side. What used to be like pretty seamless, pretty minimal is kind of what I was going for in terms of like cable management and just having something look nice. Like this just kind of ruins it, in my opinion. Like sure, it's got RGB lighting, so it's gonna be cool when you turn it on, and great. Like it's pretty friggin', it's big, man. Like I don't think it needs to be this wide, and the base is a pain in the ass kind of, because it's like just double-sided 3M. So a couple things you can do, like if you stick this on, then you're kind of SOL when it's time to pull your card out for whatever reason. Then you have to then like break that adhesive bond, like wiggle that out without damaging anything, and then you're kind of like, well, now what am I going to do? You're going to have to peel the sticky crap off the bottom. I would suggest getting some of those like 3M command hooks, and then using like the pull tab adhesive strips, so you can more or less just kind of like pull them, and then the adhesion breaks, and then you can remove it, and then you just have to redo it every single time. Depends on the type of I guess user you are, like if you're going to be cleaning like, you know, regularly and blowing dirt out and wanting to take apart, this is not going to be for you if you stick it in there. It's going to be a pain in your butt. It doesn't look the greatest. Like the lines are kind of crap. It's got this weird, like if this was flat and like flush, I'd say it'd probably be a little easier, but it's a pain. It's a real pain to even look at. Granted, I'm gonna have to use it until I get like even the cheap ones that kind of, you know, will mount back here and then will kind of support up that way. I would almost even prefer that at this point because it's going to take away less than what this is. As you can see, wiggle it out, you'll probably see, yeah, as you can see it kind of come down a bit. This is an RTX, oh sorry, it's not an RTX, sorry, RX 580 8 gig. It's not the biggest, heaviest card, but I mean, it's definitely bigger than some, and the fact that it's horizontally mounted rather than, you know, if this was like a flat, like vertical board, like this is why, like, it takes all the weights over here. So let's take a look. Here is, there off the bat, there's your female 3-pin. Not Molex, but like it's not your regular, it's not like the proprietary one off the board. You just have to, you know, plug that into the splitter or whatever you have going on out the back. Overall construction, so you have like, it's like steel. I wouldn't say it's aluminum because it does feel pretty heavy. You have that base, which like, I don't, if they just would have made that flush, like I don't know. It's probably, no, it's not, it's hollow, it's not solid. Otherwise I just would have taken a Dremel and probably just shaved that off, but that would probably just make it look like crap, even more so. The adjustable arm, you get this little like thumb bolt, and the light balance is kind of crap there. Thumb bolt, and you can fiddle with it and raise it and lower it. Bent in so it more or less meets right in the middle. And it's rubber here, so like it's, you know, it'll rest against nicely. It's, you're not gonna have something like sharp or jagged pressing against whatever component you know, this is gonna meet up with. Where this sits best, it's actually right at like the power right here. And I mean, it holds it up. You'll have your little RGB strip in there, and it's, you know, the frosted plastic. This could have been a lot better. I mean, like in my mind, less is more. Like this is bigger than it had to be. It quality wise, I mean, like I guess it's okay. It's what you would expect for like $30, maybe, for like, I guess, branded stuff rather than like some like no name like Alibaba or like Wish exclusive GPU bracket. It doesn't look super, and then like you got to kind of fiddle with it to like make sure it like looks nice, and make sure, like, you know, because this doesn't sit flush, it make sure it doesn't like interfere with your case side. And it's really only practical, of course, like, you know, if you do have a translucent or transparent case, because if this is just, you know, metal or something else, you're not even going to see that, so you're not even going to, you know, you're not getting the money for the RGB. It's just a pain, man. And granted, if I couldn't see this, I wouldn't even care about sight lines, but, you know, I was kind of building on the fact that, you know, I wanted to look nice, more like a piece of furniture than a computer, if you know what I mean. You know, would I recommend this? If you absolutely had to use this and, like, you know, it would fit your build better than mine, I guess maybe. I just think that it's just a piece out of nowhere. Doesn't really lead to anything. It's not aesthetically pleasing. Like, I would really rather prefer like some no-name blade thing that comes across there, because I would see it less, really. Anyway, video's longer than it had to be, I guess. You know, I'm hoping that if you're looking at this and you're like, man, this guy talks a lot, you're either the type of person who's probably not going to buy this, or you're just looking to, you know, leave a negative comment. However, I felt that this is something I wanted to leave for folks like me who are going to buy this. Save yourself the $30. If you don't need to buy something cheaper, I'm sure there's other, you know, other things out there that you could definitely, you know, fix with. But I mean, it is what it is. I'll use it. I already paid for it. It's fixing what I, you know, needed fixed. It doesn't look as nice. So, thanks for watching. If you got any questions, leave them down below. I'll try the best to answer them, get to you. And, yeah, thank you.